Hello everybody, Iain Robson here for another edition of Westbridge Hills. Alright, we got things going on today. If you recall from the previous episode, we were getting ready to do a little bit of forage harvesting, and as you can see I have the Krone Big X right here, ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and hire a worker here and let him do that. I'm going to have to do the trucking. I picked up this Bergman silage... Oops, I'm still in this tractor. Haha. I picked up this Bergman silage trailer here. And as you can see, we have this set up to go for silage. Now I think, oh jeez, I think what we have to do is just go to the side of him because I don't know if he'll probably be close enough otherwise. Anyways, so this is what we got going on today. I'm gonna do a little bit of silage, and let me just set this down to, I think it's 10 kilometers. I think it's gonna be set to. Let's just see. Yes, 10 kilometers. So let's get this guy set up properly to 10 kilometers. Perfect. Alright, there we go. Nice. So, this is what we got going on today. This is something I said I was going to do last episode, and I just ran out of time basically. But we got this planted up, and it's ready to be harvested, as you can see. This is why we're harvesting it now. I didn't install the mod that makes it so you have to use, or you have to make it green in order to harvest. But I did plant this not too long ago, so I think this trailer is going to be a little huge for this particular setup. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's funny. There's a couple different ways of going about doing foraging. Some people like to go right behind it, like this is right here. I don't know if this is necessarily the best way to go about it, but it works. I personally, for whatever reason, like to go onto the side, but apparently that happens, where you get in front of the tractor, or the combine I should say, which can become a problem of course, but either way really works. I suppose this way might be a bit better for me just because I won't run into him then as much. I don't know how much this particular trailer holds. I need to think about this now. It holds, I just picked it up just for silage specifically. Also this little thing right here, it allows us to 55,000 liters. It allows us to connect to all the implements now. It's that little gray thing down there. And the reason why, it looks really terrible actually, but it works. And that's the reason why the PTO isn't hooked up. If I take that thing out, the PTO actually hooks up and everything, but for now it doesn't do it. Also, take a look at the particle effect for the silage harvester there, or the forage harvester there. That's so cool. So you guys, you can see it's pulling all the corn right into the center there. They did a really good job with that. It's funny, they put Giants put a lot of effort into the particle effects of stuff. I have no idea why they went, why that was, or why that was an important thing to do, but that's where they decided to go with these things. So I don't know. I don't understand, but that's fine. It looks really cool. And I like how they have the little shake of the corn, and then they fall down and they get pulled towards the center. It looks pretty good actually. I wish there was some sort of information on the inside that showed how full our trailer was, but I guess I can just do this. It's not too bad. Nice. Am I gonna be in his way? Yes, of course. This is the little oil. Apparently, when Giants made this map, this is a common thing you see in the United States. Oil apparently being pumped out by these oil wells, oil pumps. I'm not sure if that's really the case or not, but that was, I guess that is common in their eyes. Well, let's come on now. There we go. I guess it's common in their eyes, that's why they decided to do that, so whatever. Looks like we're getting full. Actually, it'll be pretty easy to tell when it's full because the silage or the forage harvester will basically just stop putting forage into their trailer. This little guy, the T8, it's only got 320 horsepower, so it should be enough to pull this guy. We're gonna find out in a sec. If we need to, we can always switch out for the T8 435, which has 435 horsepower, of course. Is this the T8 320? Is that how that's supposed to work? Yeah. I just realized that was what the numbers were meant right now. Because this one's a 320, that one's a 435, and it's got 435 horsepower. It makes sense, I suppose. It kind of makes me laugh a little bit. Oh well. Getting a little close to the combine there. Oh, making him go off track. Gotta be careful about that. Oh, we're full. Alright. So there's actually a mod out there which sounds kind of interesting, and it's used with this with silage. Basically, the way it works is you compact individual layers of silage. Instead of it being the way it is right now, and you just drive over it until it's 100% compact, you have to compact individual layers, which is kind of cool. All right, let's see what the animation's like. Oh, that's pretty good actually. Looks pretty darn good. And it empties fairly quickly. As you can see, it's kind of like flowing out. That's kind of cool. That looks really nice, actually. I was going to put the cruise control on, but at 10 kilometers an hour seems a little bit too quick. I don't know how much these things hold. 10%. Almost 10%. So it looks like it's 600,000 liters is what they hold. Which is quite a bit, actually. Also, the other cool thing about this is Giants included. Where is it? They included this weigh scale standard on the BGA. So as you can see, our weight is 19,863 units. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be kilograms or pounds. It's not specified, but in either case, it's a lot. It'll be interesting to see how much it is with a full trailer of silage, actually. Could be kind of interesting to find out, actually. So we only have a little. I realize now this particular forage harvester is kind of an enormous forage harvester for this little tiny area here. But all right, let's get lined up here. And what I will do is I will use the GPS mod so I don't run into the tractor. Because if you know me, well, you could see from my driving already that I hit the tractor a few times, which is kind of comical, but this ensures that I'm at least going in a straight line. Some people might think it's a little cheaty, and it probably is. And this could, let's see if I can get a little bit closer. There. It does allow you to get a look as close as you want to, but it looks really cool. I don't know, this seems like the right way you would do it. I like how it shows the back of that silage trailer getting filled up right in the back corner too, because it's coming from the because it's coming from that side. You can see the back corner is filling up just slowly. That's really cool. Anyways, let's go through a couple of comments from the last episode that aired, which was, what episode would that be now? I'm kind of far ahead right now. Westbridge Hills, episode number 8. Alright, so here are some of the comments from Westbridge Hills, episode number 8, which just went live today, which is November 10th. Actually, you know what I will do? I will change this to that. Perfect, look at that. Those people paying attention, yes, I have $800,000. I did a couple missions again. I did a corn mission, and I ended up getting like $500,000 as a bonus. It was just silly. Whoa, what's happening there? It was just ridiculous how much bonus I was getting from that. Yeah, the GPS mod is really my best friend. So normally I would be doing this with Courseplay, but of course, Courseplay is out right now as of recording this. It's the beta development version, I should say. However, there are some problems with it, and people who have tried it have had problems with it. I know David Oldfield had to do a little bit of tinkering around with it to get it to work properly, so that's the way it goes. Alright, so these again, these are comments from episode number 8. Let's see what people have to say about that one. Apparently, a lot of people want me to get a power washer because they don't like how dirty my equipment gets. Like I've said multiple times to multiple people, isn't that what the rain's for? The rain will wash your equipment, and it's also a way of saving money, strangely enough, because the power washer actually does use a little bit of money when you use it, for those people who have been paying attention to that. What else do we got here? Josh says, live like you die tomorrow, farm like you live forever. I'm not sure what that's from specifically, to be honest with you, but I think it's kind of cool. Adam Thompson suggests I make field number 16 bigger. I think he means if I plow around the outsides of the field. I think that's what he's referring to, at least. Man, that looks so cool. I have to be careful now because it looks like my trailer is getting a little bit full. And I don't want to run into the back of my forage harvester here. So what I'll do is I'll take control over here because it looks like it's getting fairly full. And I don't want to run into him. Could you imagine running into like this forage harvester is $400,000. Oh, did it anyways. Pfft. Like, could you imagine running into a $400,000 piece of equipment? You know how, what happened there? What's going on there? I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but that screen is, I don't know if it's blinking, it's weird. I wonder if it's because, that's strange. Let's just see if that, huh, that's weird. Maybe that's a bug. I'm pretty sure that screen's not supposed to flicker like that when you have this thing attached, but there's lots of little bugs. I know Giants has an enormous list of things that need to be fixed now. It's slowly growing. Like, as people play the game and they find it, like, what they kind of employed is a method that I would refer to as just ship it, which refers to getting it out the door. Now, of course, there is beta testing involved and all that jazz, but there we go. There's beta testing involved and all that jazz, but they kind of went with a mantra of getting it out of the door and then dealing with some of these patches later on. Like, these are most of the issues that have come out so far haven't been game-breaking by a long shot. And because they weren't game-breaking bugs, I'm totally fine with the game being shipped with some bugs. That's always going to happen, no matter what. Any game you play is always going to have bugs in the first little while, so... oh man, I forgot to weigh it. Oh well. Every game's going to have a bug, regardless. So, I'm happy they're going to, from what I can tell and what I've heard, they are going to work on it. And also they are pretty good, apparently, at taking people's feedback and putting it into the game and adjusting things as needed. Which is good. Alright, let's get lined up here again. Speed up a little bit, do a little bit of 11 kilometers an hour. There we go. Perfect. What else do we got here? Nick says another great video. Thank you very much, Nick. Can speed up a little bit more than that. Live dangerously here. Now I wonder how far. Huh, that's kind of cool. I suppose I could set it up so the GPS mod will stop further away from the edge of the field. Huh, that's an interesting thought, actually. Wonder how far that would have to be for that to work so that the combine had enough space to... I think this might be a little too close, yeah. Alright, let's get a little bit closer here. Nice. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I wonder how I can set that up. Let's just check that out. Right now I have it set up so it's 1 meter away. So let's set it up so it's maybe 5 and see how that works out. For those people who don't know, I just recently did a GPS tutorial, so if you're wondering what the heck I just did there, you can go check out the tutorial. Basically, for those people who aren't going to check it out, I just adjusted how far away the tractor stops from the edge of the field. That's all. Actually, you might be able to put it to 10, because I know what 10 should be about roughly. Maybe a little less. There we go. 10.4, so yeah, that'll just make the tractor stop automatically when it gets close to the end of the field, so I don't have to run into the tractor every single time. Oh, the things you can do. I don't even need course, but look at this. This is what's happening. Like, I'm finding other ways to become, I don't know, I wouldn't say automated, but other ways to adjust these certain types of things. And it's surprising what you can do with like some of the mods that are out there these days. It's really funny. Like, someone who came up with this little gray thing Like, it looks horrendous on the tractor. Like, if you compare that to the tractor itself, it just looks kind of bad in the comparison, mainly because it doesn't get dirty either, but functional, definitely. I was able to pull a couple of their trailers I wasn't normally able to. The PTO doesn't hook up, unfortunately, like it doesn't in this case. Like, as soon as I tested it out without that little thing, and it worked fine, so go figure, right? Iain, he wants me to use face cam all the time. My friend, that's not going to happen. That's a lot of extra work. And I only save it for special occasions because you don't need to see my face all the time. And I'm sure if I were to do it all the time, I would get a plethora of comments saying, move it here, move it there. You look like crap today. I don't know. Whatever. Anything, any kind of variations of those things. It's entirely possible, so. Actually make this... See that? Nice. Look at that. Love the GPS mod. I'm just going to empty this out now before I go back and do another pass. I think you can get in from that side. It doesn't matter. We'll just take going the long way here. Yeah, so face cam every episode, not going to happen, my friend. Face cam for first and last episodes, definitely. There's another reason why I don't want to do it every episode is because it won't be special if I do it every episode. Just become a normal thing, so. Maybe like for example, TCGG Rob did like a face cam vlog type thing when he reached 10,000 subscribers as kind of like a thank you and that kind of thing. So in that regards, you know, I only do it for first. I think like in that same vein, I only do it for first and last episodes basically. I don't do it for every episode because it wouldn't be that exciting. It's not necessary. It's interesting though, I like how they've created the silage a bit more now. It seems to be a bit more even, so you don't get enormous like increases in all of the silages, so the chaff itself. Because the problem you often run into is that it would just go into an enormous pile and just you end up having like a vertical leap essentially you had to do in order to get in and out of the pile. The bunker. So it's nice to see that they actually adjusted that a little bit. Cade asks me where I get the Fast Switcher mod from. The Fast Switcher mod, I'm just talking about this, is from LS 2015. There is the Vehicle Switch Group mod out as well, or should be coming out soon at least. Not sure when it's going to be out, but it should be at some point. And I'll switch to that one because I like that one better. Is that really just the way it looks? I like how this thing has got steering wheels on it, a steering axle in the back. Makes our lives a lot easier. Alright, let's go. Yes, we're right here. There we go, perfect. But yeah, like I said before, definitely a lot of different ways you can play the game. You can play it all manual if you want to. It's not my style particularly. I like a little bit of automation. The GPS mod, I'm so happy it came out early. The guy who makes this mod did a fantastic job bringing it over as quickly as he did. And a couple of like the time fast forward mod, he's the same guy. So Farmer Dame says that loving the videos. Games is still a little buggy. Yeah, there are some bugs in the game still. Like, for example, I'm not sure if this little hitch thing is intended where it doesn't work with every single implement. I'm not sure if it's intended. And if it was intended, this is my feeling, if it was intended, they should give you a way to deal with it. And apparently, some people have said that the way to deal with it is by using a weight, like I have been, basically. But that seems a bit silly, but it's a workaround. I don't know why. I keep going into in-cab view. But this looks so much cooler, but for some reason I'm used to driving a tractor in the in-cab a lot. Greg says Courseplay is out. I do know that. It's possible to get. Nick Sharp says we need some better overloaders. Definitely agree with that. I definitely think there should be some nice overloaders coming out in the future. I'm hoping for a Kinsey overloader maybe. Maybe some other ones out there. We'll see what happens. A couple people talking about the problems with plowing, or somehow they thought it would be cool if the plow could change the yield you got and whatnot. That's something that's kind of implemented in the soil mod, which is really cool. And it would be nice to see that implemented soon in the next little bit. We'll see. What else do we got here? Cowlin? I think that's how you say it's Cowlin. I'm not sure where he's from. That's an interesting first name. Anyways, Mr. Gamble. He says, I'm going to get the New Holland, the big New Holland Combine. I could get it at some point. There's nothing holding me back at this point from getting it at the moment. Maybe just the fact that I don't necessarily need another one yet. So that could be the reason why I haven't gotten it yet. Alright, let's get this guy lined up. Come on. There we go. It's a little close. Anyhow. Yeah, I don't know why. I keep wanting to go do this in cab all the time. I have no idea why. I never used to do that. For some reason right now I'm like, let's go in cab. In my mind, that's what's going on. I'm like, Ian, why are you going in cab all the time? Jeez. Hogan says I should use my signals and my lights more often, so I'm assuming he's referring to my signals and stuff. I probably would use them if they actually made a difference, but they definitely don't in the game. As I said in his reply to his comment, I said TCGG Rob tries to use his signals a bit more than I don't use them personally very often, but it's definitely doable. I do it every now and then when I remember to or I think about it. And I tend to do it not when I'm using a tractor. I tend to do it more often when I'm using a semi. Ah, that sucks. I tend to use it more often when I'm using a semi for whatever reason. Although, in this particular map, it doesn't really seem necessary to do that. Yes, right here. I'm surprised this tractor is handling this so well. It doesn't seem to be having many problems. Oops. Didn't want to go this way, but oh well. Doesn't seem to be having many problems. Like, this is 55,000 liters, and it seems to be no problem at all. I'm not driving very quickly, and maybe that's the reason why we're not having a problem. But from what it seems, it's, oops. It seems okay. Alright, so let's do a little test before I forget about it for the umpteenth time. Let's see how much this actually weighs. So what was it? 19,000 kilograms or pounds, whatever it was before. Let's see what it is this time around. So with the tractor and the cart, 32,000. There you go. That's quite a lot, actually. Now the question is, when Core Split does come out and it's stable, keywords, stable, it'll be interesting to see how it handles some of the new physics in terms of getting up onto like a silage pile, for example. So far, I'm impressed. Oh, that's a situation where I'm not impressed, though. And I really like the way this looks. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I think that's really nifty. And I think we compact it really, like, not too bad, actually. Does a decent job of compacting as you drive over it. Technically, you wouldn't do it like this. You'd probably you wouldn't drive over the bunker. I don't imagine. You would back up and put your well, you'd back up and then there'd be a tractor moving it around. I suppose is what would happen. I've only ever seen a few. I've seen like one of these bunkers like this, not at a BGA plant, but I've seen a bunker like that in real life. And I've only ever seen one. You know, it was on a really big dairy farm. They had a big bunker like that, and they had a big liquid slurry tank like that blue one over there. It was. I was so excited when I saw it. It's kind of a funny thing to be excited about, but I was really excited when I discovered what it was, and I was like, "That's what it is. That is the coolest thing ever." And the people I was with, they were kind of like, "You're getting excited over that?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's." And I actually said, I remember saying out loud to them, like, "I have seen that in Farming Simulator. I know it's a real thing. I just have never seen one in real life." And they were like, "Ah, okay, it makes more sense now." Oh goodness. Let's just take a quick look at the shop. I don't think there's anything else really. Actually, that's what I was going to do. Let's buy a Glibner telehandle here. And I want this for, I guess I could get the, I want it just for the bales, actually. There we go. I've been meaning to do that. And I don't know if you, I'm sure some people will pick that up on this, but I do have these also now. Although I haven't used them all that much, but I have them. And then we picked up some more cows last time around. I don't think there's anything else. There's really nothing else that I could get this, I suppose. And then get rid of this. This actually, I think, holds more. 12,000 versus 18,000. You know, let's stick with the coon profile. And we could try potatoes or sugar beets now. We could buy another field and do that. That's an interesting thought, actually. I don't care about the washing. That doesn't twig my fancy at all. Actually, you know what's funny? Let me tell you a little story about this. I was listening to TCTG Rob's video today, and one of the funny things that happened was somebody left a comment in one of his videos saying, "Rob, you don't have to wash your equipment every single episode." Well, you can kind of do. You end up running a situation where you pretty much have to wash your equipment every episode if you want it to look good. So like this is after I don't know how much time in the field, but quite a little bit of time in the field. Like as you can see, this particular trailer has only been in the field for this little bit right here, and it's dirty already. So if I were to be that conscious about that type of stuff, I would have to wash it like pretty much every episode. Let's decrease this to 7 and see how that works out. So it kind of made me laugh when someone left a comment, "You don't have to wash your stuff every single episode." Because that's basically what he was running into. He's running a situation where he's been washing it like every single episode because he keeps doing like cultivation, seeding, which is what you would normally do. But the problem he's running into is the fact that it does make your vehicles pretty darn dirty. So, oh, this could be second last pass. All right, let's move over to the side here a little bit. There we go. There we go. Alright, we're doing 11 kilometers an hour. Yeah, there we go. Shoot, perfect. Yeah, I just thought that was really funny when I heard him talk about that. I was like, well, there you go. I'm getting people saying I should wash my equipment. He's getting people saying don't have to wash equipment so much. Doesn't matter what you do. You can't please everybody. I try to do my best, but you know, within reason, of course. It's like, look at that. How is he missing that one little tiny bit? And look, he's got like this extra foot over here. Could have got that whole pass. Oh well. Oh, am I actually hitting that? Maybe that's why he's missing so much. That's probably the reason why. I apparently didn't have the GPS mod on all. And you can definitely tell, so see how the little tires go all over the place? I must have hit the button or something, so. You know what? Let's, potatoes. Let's do potatoes. Why not? We have the money. And I don't normally plant potatoes, so let's have some fun with it. What's the difference? You know what we should do? Is let's grab this guy right here. Let's buy a field. Field 15, there's no way I'm doing field 15 in potatoes. No way. I just don't have that much time off camera to do that. I guess field 20 would be a good option. But I need that for grass. For my animals. What would be a good field for potatoes then? 21 maybe? 21's kind of big still. 12? That's on a huge hill though. 5 or 6? I don't want to use 5 or 6 because out of my way. I don't know if you can sell potatoes at the train station. Let's take a quick peek. Potatoes. Biogas plant? No. Diner. Okay, this is good. Flour mill. Restaurant. Train station. Oh yeah, you can sell them anywhere basically. However, they're about this. So we could just directly sell potatoes from the train station to the train station if we got field number 5. How about this? I'll figure out which field I want to do, and we'll just buy the equipment now. So let's go ahead. We're not going to get this type of stuff. Let's get to go for the big dog right here, because we have the money. Let's have some fun with it. And sewing machine, potatoes. You don't need 100 horsepower for that? Really? These don't do potatoes. That's sugar beets. So let's get that. So we have a harvester. We have a seeder. Do we need anything else? We need a smaller tipper because the unload point for the harvester is not as big. And anything else? No. I think we're good. Sweet. So what we'll do, I think, is next episode. And of course, these guys are still going here. As you can probably tell, withering is not on. That's the reason why this was able to work this way. But that's the reason why I was able to harvest this. I don't know. It allowed me to do this, and this seemed more exciting at the time. So I was like, let's just progress time a little bit. So there, we're down to a manageable amount of money again. It was burning a hole in my pocket apparently. So, anyways, I gotta stop it there. I think. We got one. Let's just finish it off. Bit of a longer episode, but not too much longer. There we go. Yeah, so we'll finish this off, I think. I was going to stop the episode there, but it doesn't matter. It's only going to be another 10 minutes at most. But that will allow us to get into some potatoes. We could plant potatoes down here, actually. It's not a terrible idea. I guess I'm happy I got that cultivator now, because I know for a fact that potato seeder is not a direct seeder. And you, honestly, in real life, it doesn't make any sense to do a no-till. I don't think you even can a no-till potato planter, because the way you have to plant potatoes is on a hill. You need a hiller or a planter that will make a hill for you. And in order to actually hill the ground, you definitely need to do a fair amount of tillage in order for the soil to be soft enough for it to be placed into a hill. Huh. Looks like there's a ton of space down there. What's up with that? But yeah, it kind of definitely has to be pretty soft. So you couldn't do it with no-till. Maybe there is an option, but I have never heard about it. So I guess I'm happy. What I'm trying to say is I'm happy I picked up that cultivator. We may upgrade it now. What other cultivators are there? We have, that's 6 meters, and we have a 8 meter, and this is 10. Ooh, we actually don't have enough for this. We do have to get a bigger, or this one. This one's only 300, but it's 12. We could get this actually. That's weird. I guess the difference is the type. This is like more like a ripper, it looks like, and that's just cultivating. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll pick up this too. We need to buy the field. Maybe I won't pick that up. Yeah, we'll leave it for the time being. We spent quite a bit of money. Yeah, just a little bit of money this episode. Well, that's what happens. I guess when you do the missions. It allows you to have some fun, so. I don't know. I'm actually on episode 20, 21 or something like that now. So I'm kind of getting pretty close to, I don't know. There's not much. There are a few other maps I might check out after this. I don't know, episode 20, and I played this map a little bit. I don't know. Would you guys like to see more of this map? Would you guys like to see another map? I don't know. I may have already decided by the time this goes live, but let me know in the comments. I always appreciate a good conversation, as some of you are aware. I try to respond to most comments just because, hey, if it's not for you guys, I wouldn't be here, sort of thing. If I didn't know people were enjoying it out there, probably wouldn't do it as much. It's funny, I was watching Direwolf20 did a live stream well, he didn't do a live stream, he was on a live stream. He didn't live stream specifically. Let me clarify that. And it was a live stream for Child's Play, which is a charity organization which donates, well, it takes money that people donate, and basically it will buy video games and consoles and things for kids who are in hospitals to enjoy their time in the hospital a bit more, because being in hospital sucks. I've been very fortunate in my lifetime not to spend any great deal of time in a hospital, but there's definitely always people out there who have spent a ton of time in a hospital, so come on. Oh man, come on. I definitely have been a lot of people out there who have spent a lot of time in the hospital, so it's a cool organization that basically provides video games or some sort of gaming to kids who are in the hospital. So I thought that was kind of cool. Anyways, he was on that, and he was answering questions and whatnot. And one of the questions that was asked was, Dyer, how do you put out a video every single day? And it kind of made me chuckle because that's something that I do too. And one of the things he said was, I basically have a pretty big backlog, and that's kind of what I have right now. That's kind of I do the same thing, and there's a reason, and that's because if you don't have a pretty big backlog or don't have the time available, it makes it very difficult to keep up with a video every single day, basically. But come on, it can be very difficult to keep up with a video every single day if you don't have the time or the patience or the upload speed, I suppose, in some cases. Some people, they don't have the upload speed in order to upload a video every day. Like, for example, like people like Hitman. He has a horrendous upload speed, so he doesn't record very many. He doesn't put very many videos up. Oh, that's cool. It's only doing it on the one side. I wasn't sure if it's going to do that or not, but it seems to be all right. I bet you it's going to miss like one corn stalk over there, just on the left up there. Watch this. Just one. Oh, two. Well, that's enough to be annoying, that's for sure. Let's branch out and go 11 kilometers an hour. Oh yeah. Actually, I think I'm gonna readjust this guy because there we go. Just gonna be going over all the rocks. I didn't want my $400,000 forage harvester to go over all the rocks. There we go. Don't really need the GPS mod on anymore, but it did make that really considerably easier than I thought it was going to be because of that. Awesome. So we're gonna get I don't know how much this is. 5,000. I don't know if this wasn't really even worth doing, but in terms of finishing off the job, it seemed like the right thing to do. Oh, look at that. I need silage. Well, conveniently I have some chaff that can be converted into silage, so. Alright, look at that. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's put it in the clamp and then we'll be good to go. Alright. So, it's been a bit of a longer episode. I haven't recorded, honestly, I haven't recorded that many longer episodes in a while, actually. For some reason, I've been keeping them between like 25 and 30 minutes fairly consistently, so it's one of those things that I've tried to keep them in that range because I often find videos that are, let's say, 45 minutes or longer, I often don't watch just because I don't want to sit down for that long and watch a big long video, but some people do. I do sometimes, but it's just not an everyday thing, I suppose. So there's a little bit of liquid manure in there. Alright, let's get this last little bit in here. Yeah, like look at this. This is like, how full is this? 50% full almost, and I'm still able to get into it relatively easily, which is really good. That's good to see, because that was one problem that we ran into with 2013 a lot. Anyways, folks, having said all that, let's see if we can get up here for a finale. Nice. Having said all that, folks, my name's Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2015, coming at you from Westbridge Hills. Catch you guys later.